Good afternoon. Welcome to Personnel Committee. We're going to start with item 1.1. You ready, Mr. McLemore?
Thank you, Madam President. So item 1.1 is a resolution to create a 1 FTE library guard. And so the rationale behind this is that it will help with consistency. The plan is to abolish a part-time guard position. No one's in that position. And then hopefully, if there's a successor that comes internally, then there will be another part-time position that will be abolished as well. So it will help with consistency with coverage in the library.
Thank you. Okay. We'll come and sit down, Mr. Latino. Board members, do you have any questions on this item? Yes, ma'am.
I thought that we just hired a librarian not too long ago, so I'm a little confused about this. Maybe about a year when there was an issue with the hiring of the new librarian. So I'm just confused about this.
Oh, this is a library guard.
Oh, library guard. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I didn't hear. I thought you said librarian because I'm like,
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else have any questions regarding this item? So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into executive session. So I think they have to turn the live stream off. Mr. Latino, why don't you come join us at the table, please?
Position that was occupied by a former employee who has now since retired. So the librarian 1 position will support the local history resource center that will be opening November 1st.
Do you have any questions? Ms. Green, do you have a question? Mr. Walker?
You got to turn on your mic, sir.
What's the difference between a library 1 and a library 3?
Mr. Walker, that's a good question. I would have to get back to you on that one.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
I'm Mary Lou's fill-in today. She did tell me the library 3 position is more supervisory in nature, and she really needs someone to cover and support flow to the Newburgh history room, and they want more coverage around that area.
So do you know if there's a difference in pay scale?
Yes, there is. So the library 1 is more introductory, and 2 and 3 are supervisory.
Okay, thank you. So this would be less, right? Okay, thank you. This is a library 1. Right. We're going to create a library 1 and get rid of the library 3. Okay, thank you. Would you like to move on, please?
Yes, Madam President. Item 1.3, 4?
4.
Item 1.4 is a resolution to approve DASA appointments. You know, there has been some shifts in administration, so the building administrator decides who will be the DASA coordinator. So there'll be some appointments that will be coming forward.
Tell us what DASA means.
Dignity for All Students Act.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Do you have any questions on this one? Do you? Thank you. Neither do I. Let's continue.
Thank you, Madam President. So 1.5, we will be coming to you with some Schedule J appointments on Tuesday. We'll be coming to you Tuesday with some appointments. Probably not all of them for the winter sports, but the majority of them.
Okay, that's 1.5. 1.4 is the IST RTI.
Oh, I skipped. I'm sorry, Madam
It's
President.
okay. Hon. Oh, this is different than yours.
Maybe I need to put my glasses back on. Item 1.5 is the IST RTI, yes. So these appointments will be coming before you on Tuesday, the appointments that are listed here.
Do you have a question? Board members, questions? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. McElmore. Now the
welcome.
coaches.
Now the coaches. Okay. Resolution 1.6 is a resolution to appoint the winter coaching appointments. And you'll see that there are a bunch of TBDs there, but those will be filled in. We received some recommendations from the athletic director.
Mr. Walker, do you have any questions about this? How about you, Ms. Green? No. Can we make sure that there are at least some female coaches in this group? Because there are quite a few sports for girls in this group. I'd like to see more females coaching. Thank you.
You're welcome, Madam
Just a
President.
comment. Would you like to move to tenure recommendations, please?
Yes. 1.7 will be some appointments that will be coming to you for tenure approval.
Board members, any questions?
What, for teachers, tenure for who? Teachers? what?
Yes.
It's a nurse teacher, an N6, and a teaching assistant, an art teacher, another teaching assistant, and an English as a second language teacher. Go ahead.
Madam President, may I just add an item
Sure.
or something that will be coming to the next, this next board meeting, and that is, it'll be a resolution to approve 5 additional hours of compensation to Martha Young for the school transformation instructional specialist. I think she was approved previously for 20 hours, and we need another additional 5 hours to complete the work.
Ms. Moriarty, would you like to turn on your mic and tell us a little bit more about this?
Yes, thank you. So the TOSAs in the School Transformation Office, all 3 of them were approved for 20 hours of work this summer. However, Ms. Martha Young did an additional 5 hours of work helping to prepare the high school for Regents prep, and putting opportunities up for students to enhance their summer learning.
Mr. Walker, do you have a question? No. How about you, Ms. Green? Do you have a question? No, thank you.
Already approved.
Well, the 20 hours where we just got to add
She's
some more.
just asking for 5 more, but I'm saying she originally was approved, so it's just giving her more money, it's okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Anything else, Mr. McElmore?
Yes,
Go
Madam
ahead.
President, just to let you know that we will have some RISE appointments that will be coming before the board. And then Dr. Freeman Mack is here to speak to them.
So the RISE appointments are to support students that will need academic support in the event of being out-of-school suspensions. The RISE will take place at NFA Main in person from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. So we have teachers in each content area, special education, a nurse, monitors, social worker.
When will this program begin? Do you know the beginning, the start date?
We'd like to start it on Wednesday.
Okay. Board members, any other questions? Any questions?
What are they starting on Wednesday? Because I didn't hear
The
everything.
RISE program. What
Oh,
does-
the RISE that started with the other lady, and
No, RISE is something different. Can somebody explain RISE for us?
Sure. RISE
And
is
what does
the,
RISE mean?
that's a great question.
Okay.
I want to say, yeah, restorative instruction. Yeah. Yeah, Google it.
All right, so
I wanna
we're gonna
make
have
sure-
to look
I want to
that
make
so
sure I
we
have it
know.
correct. Thank you.
Okay, so can you explain what this program is
So the
about?
program supports students who have been suspended due to a consequence based on an infraction of the Code of Conduct. So legally, a district has to provide 2 hours of instruction to students who are suspended. So this program supports that 2 hours of academic support.
And that's grades 7 or 6 through 12?
6 through 12. 6 through 12.
Would you like to say that again, Ms. Moriarty?
Restorative interventions for student empowerment.
Yeah, restorative intervention for student empowerment. Thank you.
We can remember that. Any more items, Mr. McLemore?
No, Madam President, thank you.
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
So for this RISE program, it's a temporary situation when they're suspended or something and they go back to their home school? I'm just trying to get all this in my head.
So when students are suspended, they go to RISE during their suspension, and if any additional days for out-of-school suspension due to a consequence from a superintendent's hearing, after the out-of-school suspension time has ended, then students return back to their designated home school. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anything else, anybody else? Thank you very much, everybody, and have a nice evening.